Good morning, family. Welcome to today's Lessons for Life. Today we're reading in Proverbs 10. And as always, I really encourage you to read these scriptures too for yourself, because in Proverbs there's just so much, almost every verse you can get something, even something different from. But in Proverbs 10, it tells us that the blessing of the Lord, it maketh rich. And it doesn't just stop right there. So when you get the blessing of the Lord, it makes it rich. But it goes on to say, He addeth no sorrow to it. So there's when you get the blessing of the Lord, there's nothing that should be sorrowful being joined to it. And this is, for me, very, very enlightening. And I've learned this from before. And it made me to really even reconsider some of the things that I thought was a blessing. Because some of the things that were a blessing, really, there was some kind of there was something attached to it. And in actuality, I realized that some things that I thought was a blessing, it really wasn't a blessing, because there was some sorrow that came along with it. One perfect example of that was even with getting a house by the way of getting a mortgage. Having to borrow, to take a loan out in order to purchase a house. Because many people think that, oh, it's a blessing, I've been blessed with this house. But in actuality, and for me, this was what I came to the understanding of, it came with an attachment of that mortgage, and every month you got to make that mortgage payment, and it's just always, that's a sorrowful thing. So for me, having a house when you have to have a mortgage attached to it, it really is not a blessing. And that's why we even learned before from reading back in the scriptures from earlier in the Bible about we shouldn't owe no man anything, really, and that's not what God's desire for us is to have. Only owe no man nothing but to love Him. That's really what it says in the Word. So we shouldn't enter into anything thinking that something is a blessing, because if there's any kind of anything negative attached to it, then in actuality it is not truly a blessing. A blessing is something that's just going to make you rich and no sorrow. Nothing negative is going to be added or accompany that. So that's one understanding I got as I read through this proverb, and I want to share with you for Lessons for Life. With that, create yourself a wonderfully blessed day today, and we'll talk again tomorrow.